Good morning. It is day one of the Natural State Kayak Anglers Classic event out here on Table Rock Lake, and we drew zone one, which was basically Beaver Dam to pretty much Eagle Rock area. So it's the White River section pretty much, and showed up at the ramp I was going to be at and told myself, okay, if there's 3 or 4 boats, I'm going to stay. If there's more than that, I'm going to go on to Eagle Rock. And there was 3 of us, myself and Carolyn and Krista Hibbs, whenever I got here. And then John Hall showed up. I could think we can handle 4. And then Bobby showed up, and then so we're at 5, but I'd already unloaded at that point. So went ahead, launched at the designated launch time, and I've seen a couple more people unload since then. So it's going to be packed. Fishing the river sections of Table Rock or Beaver or any lake like this is it's a river, and so there's a flat side and a steep side, or there's a left side and a right side, but that's pretty much it. So kind of fighting over the same structure and everything, but it's all right. Just gonna try to have fun today, and need to have a good day today on Table Rock because Beaver tomorrow is gonna be brutal, I'm afraid. So just go out and try to have fun today, try to catch 80 inches. That would be my goal today. Pre-fished from this launch last week one day, and I caught I think 78 inches in about 4 hours. So I'd be pretty happy today with 78 inches, to be honest. Angler of the year opportunity is pretty much over for me. So my goal has to be to just go in and have a good time in this tournament. It is a one tournament only sort of a deal for me. So might as well swing for the fences is the way I look at it. And so I'm going to do that for tomorrow for sure. Today in an area I feel the most comfortable in. So we'll see how it goes. So this will be my 21, 22, 23, 4th Classic. So I've been in the club for 4 years. I've been fortunate enough to make the Classic all 4 years. I finished 10th my first year, and that is my best finish. So one of my goals coming into this year was to perform better in the Classic. This is be my 3rd 2-day tournament this year, and I've done poorly in the first 2. I've done pretty poorly in the first 3 Classics I've been in. So I have just never had a good 2-day tournament. So I just want to have a good 2-day tournament. For me, I've finished, I guess, 8th or better in 5 events this year. So, anything that's less than 8th place, I feel like is probably not performing to my abilities. So I think that's my first goal. Top 5 get paid. So I definitely want to try to top 5. That would be my goal. I'm setting 5th Angler of the Year. If I'm the 5th in Angler of the Year, you would think that if I perform to my standards, that's a reasonable goal to be top 5. So just hasn't been my niche. I really don't do well in tournaments where we're just jammed in together. It's just not what I really enjoy. So whenever we have these tournaments where we draw, a zone that's a third of the west part of Table Rock Lake, it's kind of not my thing. It's not what I enjoy the most, but that's all right. No excuses. I'm going to give it my best and try to catch the fish that I know how to catch and not worry about what everybody else is doing, and just try to have a good time. So that's my goals today. Hope we get it pulled off. I'm going to be throwing top water this morning, probably shaky head. Maybe a jig. I actually rigged up a few things I don't normally rig up, so we'll see how that goes. But top water and shaky head, probably the key baits for me today. So see you on the other side. Right, 1 minute till line's in. Can't see anything again. I don't know if I'm going blind or if it's just everyone can't see in the dark, but man, I cannot see anything. Lines in today are at 6:45. I thought it would be bright as it could be by 6:45. First lights right at 6:45 today, but I can't see anything. So again, I'm going to not start exactly where I would like to be starting because I can't see to make my cast, and I'm going to fish top water right along the bank. When I say right along the bank, I was like, I need to land it right on the bank to get the strikes that I'm hoping to get. So gonna give the sun a little bit of time. Sure would like to catch a fish early. That'd make me feel so much better. All right, here we go. 6:45, lines in. Yeah, I can't see. I missed my target by at least 10 feet on that one. That's all right. Big, good fish. Stay on. Stay on. Stay on. Stick and everything. It's a good sized spot. He didn't want to eat it though. Came up and slapped it with his belly. So I'm only 30 minutes in and I've already got 2 fish in the boat and one is a super solid 16-incher. Unfortunately, I turned my GoPro off for a few minutes. I needed to take a leak and I forgot to turn the GoPro back on. And during the time it was off, I caught another super solid fish, a 17 3/4, and then also a little dinky one at 8 1/4. But off to just absolutely outstanding start. By 7:42, I already had 4 fish in the boat, including a 17 3/4 and a 16 incher. Just about giving up on that cast. Oh my goodness. Come on, baby. He's not big. That is a limit. That's 7:53. I haven't had a limit an hour into a tournament. I don't know how long. He's gonna go 14-ish. Yes. Not bad. Alright. Time to start pulling up. It is 7:54. Fish is like half dead. He is not dead. There he goes. It's gonna be a nice little coal of my 8-incher. 14 1/4. So I'm off to a fast start, and it feels like it's only going to get better. Yes! Woo! Big. There was a second one just as big chasing it.
Really? Awesome.
Yes! Oh. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. that was day one, and I tell you what, this video does not do it justice, man. I had it rolling that morning. Oh, 3 bites, 16 inches or bigger in the first 2 hours. Just can't believe I couldn't get those two 14 inchers cold out. I had so much time to do it and just couldn't get it done. I had no coals after 8:44, man. Couldn't be disappointed in the day though. You know, I ended up 4th place. Still in really good position. You know, the difficult part was the 3 guys ahead of me are just super great anglers, and a couple guys right behind me are just amazing. And I knew going into Beaver, it was going to be tough for me. So I felt like I kind of left an opportunity out there. When I caught that big fish, I thought I might be able to get 85. I thought it might be possible even to get to 90 inches that day. I thought I might have a 5-10 inch lead after day one, and instead I was behind by 5.5 inches. So ended up a little bit disappointing, but you know, I exceeded what my expectations were going into the day. 80 3/4. Would have taken that for sure going in. You know, when I think about the day, I made good decisions through the day. I lost that rod after the first fish that I caught. So 10 minutes into the day, I lost my shaky head rod. And I didn't have a good shaky head replacement. The other spinning rod I had on it had mono, and I wasn't confident in throwing it into thick cover. And, you know, I could have spent an hour looking for that rod, but I knew that if I didn't get the bites early, I might not get them. So I spent maybe 2-3 minutes looking for it, and I moved on. Now I went back and I looked for it 2-3 times throughout the day, later in the day when the bite had dwindled, but I didn't focus on it, I didn't dwell on it. So once I caught those fish early in the morning, you know, my plan was to just go back and circulate through those same areas over and over again, and that's what I did. And there just wasn't that much area to cover. Everything I caught was on the flat side, and I never got another bite the second time through. So hindsight, a couple things I probably would have done differently. You know, going into this tournament, everybody had been talking about monkey butt for the whopper plopper. This was like the color that everybody was catching them on. And when they stopped hitting the black, I put that monkey butt color on, and I never got another bite. I don't think the color was probably going to factor that much, but hindsight, I wish I would have put the bone color on. I'm just more confident in bone. I throw bone literally every time I'm on the water. I throw bone, and I put that other color on, didn't have as much confidence, and so I probably put it down quicker than I should have. If I knew I wasn't going to get a coal, I definitely would have just kept throwing that whopper plopper regardless of the conditions. Once it got brighter and the wind picked up, it was very windy, so that really hurt the topwater bite. I feel like my strength, topwater fishing, I just feel like I'm one of the best in our club for sure on topwater bites, and once that wind picked up, it just killed it. So I don't know if that was the reason or if it was a color issue. Probably would try different colors, but outside of that, I probably made the right decisions for the day. If I would have known I wasn't going to get another coal the entire day, I probably would have moved. As you saw, everyone caught me. Everybody else was able to catch fish throughout the day, and I wasn't. So I don't know if that was me or if it was a location. I don't know. Hindsight, maybe I should have moved locations and tried to call out those 14s, but I could not believe I couldn't get it done. I was just so on fire early that morning. Felt like I for sure was going to be able to get them cold, and I just didn't get it done. So it was still a great day though. Had a great time. 4th place going into the day 2, in good position. All in all, we knew going in this tournament, Beaver Day 2 was definitely going to be the determining factor, regardless of how well you did on Table Rock Day 1. So stay tuned. Video coming for Day 2 later. Thanks.